As you can see, in here, the hair have loaded correctly. So in order to change the hair also in the model viewer, there is one more thing that we need to change. So let's quit the game, and I'm gonna show you what else do we need to change the hair also in the model viewer. So to do that, we have to go back to object root and then scene, UI, figure, extra, and there's this figure scene pl00011.scn.19. In here, it's determined what is loaded in the model viewer. For whatever reason, the model viewer is loading a different scene compared to the game. So we need to tell inside here that we want Leon's hair. Okay. The way we do this, again, hex editor, and we drag this in here. Now there's a lot of stuff in here. This is a big file, and we need to look for a specific component. So from our list, we know that Leon Noir hair have this this code here. So this is what we need to replace. Actually, before we do that, this is what we need to replace it with. We now need to find this value, which is the hat of the Arclay Sheriff that we are trying to replace, which is PL00075. Okay, and we need to search for this value in here and replace it with PL0074. But because this is a hex editor, we can't copy paste the text as it is. So what we do, let's copy this PL0075, Control C to copy, and let's go to a ASCII to hex text converter. Just search for this in Google. It's the first result. And from here, we paste the PL0075. Okay. If you click convert, it's going to give you this code. However, we also need to have some zeros in between. So in here, you do space 00 space and convert again, and it's going to give you this sequence. Okay, this is the one that you need to copy. Now select this, Control C, and if we go here, if we go to search, find, make sure that, let me delete this, make sure that you are in hex value and not in text string. Go to hex value here. Okay, Control V to paste, and if you click OK, you can see that it found this one. If you press F3, it's gonna scroll through all of these PL75 that we're gonna go. There's many in many places, as you can see, like that. Okay, now we need to replace this with 74, and if we go back here, 74, it's actually just changes this number here. So what we do, let me scroll back up. I'm gonna do a search replace, and instead of 35, we're gonna change this to 34, as you can see here, 34, but in the hex values. Okay, make sure you're in the hex values, because every time you go here, it comes back to text string. Make sure you're in hex values. Okay, and actually this was 35 and we need to replace with 34. Okay, sorry about that. And click all and replace all. Okay, Control save, and this should be done. There's a backup file just in case you want to go back and do it again if we messed up something. Let's check. Now the model here should have, and yes, and the model now also have this hair instead of the hat, so this works. So one last thing that we might want to do, this is optional, but we can also change the name here. This is still saying Airclay Sheriff, as well as here. And if we go to story, costume, we can actually change this as well. We can change this image and this here. This is optional, maybe you don't care about doing it, but I'm gonna show you how to do it, so it's a little bit cooler. Let's quit the game again. So let's go back to x64 and click on section root. Let's change the image first. I'm gonna show you how to do it. Let's click on UI 0600 text, and there is this file right here, which is a text.10, which is the same format of the textures. So exactly like we did before, we open our noises. All right, and we drag our text.10 in here. As you can see that here we get Airclay Sheriff. Now right click, export, and same as before we choose DDS, okay, and export. All right, close. Now here's our DDS. Let me close this one. Let me import it in Photoshop. And again, load transparency as alpha. All right, so we got our sheriff here, and in the alpha you get the transparency. This time the alpha is used as actual transparency, okay? So this is a 1024 by 1024 texture. We're gonna keep it like this. Okay, now in here you can make whatever image you want. I went ahead and I already prepared a PSD for this one. All right, so this is the image that I already prepared. This was simply a screenshot that I took from the model viewer, and then I cut out the border, okay. And now to make it transparent, you basically, if you have your background like this, you hold Control and click on your layer. You can see that you get a selection. And now if you don't know how to do it, you click on New Channel, okay, and then you just fill it with white like that, and then you flatten, so you get the same situation. This is also 1024. All right, so we just need to replace this image right here. So I'm just gonna Control C, Control V, and flatten, and then I'm gonna go to the alpha, Control C, Control V. I don't need this anymore. All right, and I'm going to save it, same as before, color plus alpha. The only difference is that we don't need to generate the bitmaps, so I'm gonna set to none and click OK. All right, now here's our new texture. So like we did before, hex editor, we're gonna grab our texture, then we're gonna drag the text.10, and we do the same thing. So grab these 4 zeros, 0, 0, 0, 0 right here, delete, This time from here we only need to grab these three, the first three blocks. So from here, okay, Control C and Control V. Alright, so if you compare, they have the same exact header, and save. Okay, so let's select these, delete them, and rename our DDS to text.10, and let's check in the game. Costume, there it is, our Clay Sheriff, but the image has been updated. So now, as last thing, we're going to change the name as well from Clay Sheriff to Sexy Leon, and we're done. To change the name, we're gonna use one last tool, and this tool is called Resident Evil 2 Remake Message Tool by Zinhacks. This link will be in the description below as well. You just click here to download the tool, and once you've done it, you're gonna get this exe here. Now you want to go back to your section root, message, mess other DLC, and you get this leoncossheriff.msg.14. So what you do, you grab this and you drag it over the message tool.exe, and this will create a txt file. So you double click, and now you can change this to Sexy Leon and Sexy Leon. Now save. Now you grab your txt file and drag it over again here, and it will generate a new file. Okay, so we get rid of these two, and we rename this. Okay, and we should be good to go. So let's check one last time. Okay, let's check models, and now here says Sexy Leon right here, and if we go to story costume, it says Leon, Sexy Leon here as well. So that's it, our mod is complete. Now one last thing I'm going to show you is that if you want to share your mod, a cool way to share it is by using the Fluffy Quack mod tool, but you need to prepare the files correctly to be shared. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So I'm going to open my export, and I'm just going to create a new folder inside here so it's all nice and clean. Okay, so now that our mod is complete, what we need to do is simply, let's take this natives folder and copy this one here. Now one thing that I do recommend, if you go here, I will recommend to delete the streaming folder. You don't need this for your mod. If you put already the high resolution texture in section root, you don't need to have this folder. So I will just delete that. Alright. Now go back. Okay, so we got the natives, and this was the original folder. So what we do, and still have this stuff right here, so I'm gonna copy this